clearly, as you guys just saw in that intro, we're going to be doing a really fun cardistry move where you're going to be taking the packet after you do the Charlier cut and flipping it over with a one-hand fan all the way over the top and into the same hand where you just came from. So it's a really visual. It goes over the top. It comes in the air. It's like airborne. It's such a cool cardistry move. It honestly is. It's one of my favorites personally. So I'm here to teach you guys how to do this cardistry move. So if you guys want to learn it, make sure to subscribe and ring the bell so you guys get notified when I put out a video every single Sunday. And this week I'm putting out a video just every day because I can. And that's my channel. Why not? And make sure to smash the like button if you guys do like this. So let's get into this tutorial right now. Alright, so now here's how to actually do that move. Now what you're going to want to do is first you have to know how to do two moves. So the first one being the one-hand fan, which looks like that. If you don't know how to do a one-hand fan, I have done a tutorial on it and I'll leave in the description just a very basic tutorial real quick so that you guys don't have to go out and you can just keep on watching this video and go learn the full tutorial there. But you just want to break it off like you're going to do a swing cut. So you have your thumb on the bottom, pinky on the right, and all the rest of the fingers on top. Break off with the index finger. So now you just have it between your thumb and index. Now you have it in this grip where you convert it to index and pinky on the outsides, thumb on the bottom, middle ring on top. Convert your thumb to the top, your other two fingers to the bottom, and then push your thumb to the right while pushing your other fingers back towards you. That is a very basic thumb fan tutorial. But you can check out the full one in the description. So, now that you know how to do the thumb fan, you also need to know how to do the Charlier cut, which looks like this. So if you don't know how to do the Charlier cut, again, I have done a tutorial on it, but again, might as well give you a tutorial because, well, you're here and I might as well. So, how you're going to do this is you're going to start in mechanics grip with your thumb on the outside, middle ring and pinky on the inside, and index finger on top. Take your thumb and push up about half the deck. Index finger, you're just going to bring up past it. Use your index finger to then bring the other packet down and drop it down. Some people like to do it in biddle grip, which is like this, and that does work just as well. So you can do it either way. I just prefer to keep in mechanics grip because I don't really like biddle grip as much. But you know, you do you. So now that you know how to do both of those moves, we're going to combine both of them. Now first you're going to take it and break it off, convert it, and then your one-hand fan. At the same time you do the Charlier cut. You're then going to take the packet in between your hand and your thumb, and you're just going to set it right here on the top of your fan. Now literally, if I turn my hand, it's literally just going to fall off. There's nothing holding it down. You're not going to grab it with your thumb. You're literally just going to let it sit there. And try to do your best to grab about half of it or maybe a little less. If you grab too much, it could make this move a little bit more difficult for you. Now the basics of this move, which you're just going to have to experiment, so make sure to have a blanket or something down on the ground, or do it over a bed or something. Don't do it off a hard floor because you will be picking up cards when you first learn this move. So you're here, and the basics of this is you're going to take it from flat, and you're going to take your right hand, and you're going to flick it until you're vertical. You're going to be here with the packet on top, and you're going to flick it. Now what's going to happen is the packet on top is going to flick away from you, away from your body. So what you're going to have to do is take your opposite hand, the hand that just did the Charlier cut, and as this packet is going that way, so you just did this, you're going to have to come over to the other side, coming underneath that hand, and catch it over here. Alright, so here's how this looks. You're here, one hand fan, Charlier cut, place the packet on top, and you're going to flip it over. Now, at this point you're trying to figure out how much power to use. Clearly, I had it on this side this time, right? Now, if I would have had more power, I would have had it go twice. Now where it lands is all depending on your power, aim practice, hand-eye coordination, etc. So, but first I would definitely just get used to this move here. Just setting it on top and starting over again. Set on top. There you go. And just keep on doing that. Once you've got that move down, move to basically just step 2. Learning how to flick it and catch it. Learn if you only flip it once, twice, 3 times, that comes with practice. So sometimes you flip it too many times. Sometimes you don't flip it enough times. It's okay. You're going to get there. And the more times you do it, the better off you will be. So don't worry if you only flip it once. Don't worry if you flip it 3 times. There's no person, whoever does it this right amount of times every time. Clearly, I just dropped a card, and I've been doing this for I don't know how many years now. So people mess up, and that's going to be okay. So just make sure you keep practicing. Now there's 3 ways to close it out, which is the next part of what you need to learn. So you're already here like this, and you've already caught it. So now you can either just drop it down onto the top by taking it here, and this outside toward the bottom, you're just going to place against your fingers, and then move your hand down and release. Super simple. Number 2 is once you're here, you can do a Charlier cut and do the same move. And number 3, you can do a thumb cut. So you're here like this, you can come up, thumb cut, and that is the last one. And if you don't know how to do a thumb cut, I will leave the link in the description. I think I've done a thumb cut tutorial. If not, I'll do a really quick one. So instead of having it come this way, it's basically the opposite. We're going to be coming up instead. It's basically just the opposite of a Charlier. So what you're going to want to do is just take it with your thumb on the top, in between the thumb and the pad of your hand, drop down about half the deck. Take your index finger on the bottom and your 3 fingers curled over the top. Push this out, drop it with your thumb, and bring those fingers back. And that's how to do the thumb cut. So at this point, you've now caught it. You can either drop it 1, you can do the Charlier, so it'd be here, and drop it in that way. Or number 3, you're here, and you do a thumb cut. And either way works. You can do it any of those 3 ways, and honestly, I won't be offended. You wanna know why? Because I'm not there to baby you. So, you wanna know what? If you wanna get better at these things, you don't wanna drop cards like I just did, well, get to learn. And if you guys want to pick up this deck of playing cards, the Orbit V6, which looks clearly beautiful for fanning and packet cuts and everything else, you can get it for 15% off down in the description below. And let me know what your favorite cardistry move is down in the comments below. Alright, I'll catch you guys in the next one. This is Card Perfect, signing off.